The situation here, moment, as most people have probably been hearing, that there is what's known as a ceasefire, which is brokered by Turkey in front of Russia. And right now, for the most part, and I'm choosing my words carefully here, for the most part, things have quieted down here. There have been some sporadic clashes, there have been some airstrikes, but things have quieted down. Now, remember, we've seen this before. It's not the first time. Are people optimistic? I'm not sure about that. But because the question is, who's negotiating on behalf of the Syrian people? So I think that people are concerned about that. But hey, a day without bombs is better than a day with bombs. And I think that's the way people are looking at it. Well, the aid situation here, I guess the question would be, what would I be comparing it to? If I'm comparing it to back in 2013, for example, 2012, I'd probably tell you there's no key. Because during those times, there was a real outpouring of aid that's coming in, flowing in, and that's pretty much dried up. You do still have aid convoys that come in, but they are few and far in between. And the situation, the reason for that is not because people are no longer generous, they no longer care. That's not the situation. The atmosphere has changed. And the situation now is such that there's such a culture of fear wherein governments have scared the people so much into thinking that, you know what, you can help those people by doing a tweet or doing a like on Facebook or something like that. And that's pretty much the extent of the aid that you should be giving now, so that you don't draw the ire of your government. Now, I'd like to just say something briefly here. Growing up as a black man in America, our government tried very hard to basically tell us who our heroes could be and who our heroes could not be. Which causes we were allowed to go forward with, and how. Maybe they would say, hey, if you want to march, you can do that. If you want to give some aid, you can do that. Or you can't do that. Or you can't do this. And I'm kind of seeing this all over again, but I'm just replacing black people in America with Muslims in America, or Muslims in the UK, or Muslims in other parts of the Western Hemisphere. The situation has become so much so that there are very few aid organizations that are even daring to come here, risking that they may be targeted by some terrorism law that was hidden in somebody's rock somewhere or something along those lines. So what has happened now is that we as Muslims have allowed our government to tell us who our heroes are. We've allowed our governments to tell us who we can support. And we've allowed our governments to tell us that, you know what, those people that are over there in Syria, those people are going to die because we're not going to be friendly to people who want to send aid, who want to do advocacy work, and people who want to kind of roll up their sleeves and really do good work to try to save those people. Because they're not Libyans, and because Libyans, they have oil. But Syrians, they don't have anything except some dry bread and some tea. That's what they have. So that's why the situation, the atmosphere has totally changed. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too long, but I just want to say one last thing just with this question, is that It's important for the people to realize something. Helping people is not a crime. If they make helping people a crime, then we're all going to be criminals. And I think our governments need to understand that, so that they don't try to isolate just ones that want to help and label them all as troublemakers. There are a lot of British brothers and sisters who are out here who are really doing a lot for the people here. They came here and they realized that given the current climate, it is not within their interest to try to go back to the UK because for a variety of reasons. And I think that asking people to choose, either you're going to go and help people that are being slaughtered, more than 500,000 people killed, or you have to no longer be a citizen and give up your rights as a British citizen. I mean, in effect, that is the choice that is being asked to be made, and it's a choice that I think is grossly unfair. So back to your question, what do I think that should be done? Well, I will say this. I think that it is within the interest of Muslims and non-Muslims there in the UK to come together and to don't make a protest of 1,000 people. We want 10,000. They would want 100,000. And the sky has to be the limit, because when the work is good and the work is meaningful, Allah puts the means there. There has to be a genuine call for people to say, you know what? We're not going to take this anymore of this constant demonization. And there are other like-minded Muslims and non-Muslims that are also going to stand together with us. Now, if we are going to be systemically run out of aiding and assisting the people that need that, then we're prepared to cause all kinds of political problems. And we're prepared to march, we are prepared to protest, we are prepared to do measures like boycott and things of this nature until our voice is heard. Because there are people here who have gone through a lot and have sacrificed a lot. I'd like to see some of the good brothers and sisters and the freedom-loving non-Muslims that are out there. I'd like to see them match their efforts just a little bit.